we're back again. Took a few weeks off, so I'm ready to get back at it. It's freezing in here, so I gotta get my heat going. And I pretty much finished all the sanding on the outside of the boat. And what I think I'm gonna do is go on the inside. I'm gonna do some fairing compound today in the inside, and then after that I'll do some sanding in the inside. And then I'm gonna pretty much be ready to finally put the back seat in, the bench, and the front seats in. Then I can start all my staining and epoxying to actually finish it up. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. And gonna start some of that fairing compound. Okay, I still have a ways to go. I like to keep the mask on because this stuff just smells. Not good for you, but the reason I'm doing this, I don't know if I said that, is because I did a really crappy job with some of the fiberglass inside of here. It was just difficult. I am not very good at it. But what this will do is I'll sand it, and then after I sand it, it'll smooth all the sides out, so you won't see like my imperfections with the fiberglass. I was really proud of, that's why I kept going on and on about the top, because the deck came out real nice, and actually the bottom of the boat came out really nice. But they're flat areas, and even here where these boards are, these had to be fiberglass. They came out nice because they were flat. Anything that was flat, I did a pretty good job on, but the sides, they have a little rivets in them, whatever, I don't know what you want to call, because they're 4 different planks, maybe 5, I can't remember. It was just hard. So if I put this on and then I sand it all down, it might be nice and smooth. But when I do put the stain on it, I think the inside is going to come up more brown than it would be a stain, even though it is a stain. I don't know, I did a little test area in the back of the boat, and it looked a little like brown. So we'll see. I don't really care, just as long as it looks nice and smooth, that's all I care about. And I'm happy that, and I might not have done a bad job on the sides either, who would know? I mean, I guess when you're out in the light you might see some drips or something. I really hope not, because I try to sand them all out. But I just really wanted the deck to come out nice, and so far, I don't want to jinx it, so far it came out pretty good. I have another coat of stain that has to go on all of this, and then on the sides, and then 3 to 4 coats of epoxy on top. Make it really solid and hopefully nice and shiny. And so, yeah, that's where I am right now. So I want to do the rest of these sides. I have 3 more on the outside and 2 on the inside, which is going to be a real pain in the neck, because it's really, it's tight in there and whatever, but gotta get back to work and get away from the smell. So I'm gonna take a little break because my hands get really tired and crampy. So I got 2.5 little sections to go, and I gotta let it all dry, and then I'll sand. I don't know if you can see right there, but it's starting to dry somewhat. But I won't sand until tomorrow because I like it. It doesn't take all that off. This thing gets hot. What the heck is that thing? Yeah. Wow. So that's what I'll do. I'll come back in probably half an hour or so, because it'd be good to get that done. I mean, I'm really excited actually to get. I just want to move on. You know, I guess that's the way everybody is. Get sick of doing the same thing over and over again. But we're getting there, and I'll be back in a little while. Thanks for coming and watching. Hi, we're back today. I'll show you what I've done. I didn't film everything because a lot of it was sanding and then using some of that fairing compound. I added a little more fairing compound in certain spots, and I got to sand it again, but just a little. I'm working on the seats, assembling them tonight. I'll show you what I did inside. What we have is the inside. I did some fairing here, you can see it. And I added some thickened epoxy, which I have to sand. Over there is, these are where the seats will be mounted to on the outside. The inside actually has like a stand. I have to attach those with thickened epoxy. I haven't done that yet because I'm working on making the seats. And when they're done and dry, then I'll dry fit it in here to make sure that these are at the right level. There's one over here and there's one over here. Getting closer to that stage of where I can kind of start just epoxying and staining. Here are my seats. I actually I did use thickened epoxy for the bottom piece and the back of the seat, and I still have to attach. This is what goes on the floor. I have to attach this, and I have to attach that, and I have to do it on both. So that's what I'm going to do now. Is mix up some clear epoxy, put them on, and let it dry overnight. And then tomorrow I can do some dry fitting. So I am gonna, oops, sorry about that. Start that now. Not sure how much you can see, if you can't see, but I'll try to set it up in a good way. I don't know, can't see myself. I'm gonna kind of move this a little to see. Yeah, I think you can see it. Okay, well, I hope so. I hope I got it set up right. I'm going to mix up some epoxy, so I'll be out of the scene for a minute. Get my mask on.
So I'm gonna let these dry tonight and sand and then redo them. But I have another piece that goes on these. I just put my mask down somewhere. I guess I'll put that here. I'll never find it tomorrow. Anyways, I have another piece that goes like this, like right here. But I don't want to put it on until it's dry because I'm going to have to kind of clamp it because it only stays in that groove, but I want this edge to be aligned with it right here. And if it's not, I mean, if I just put it in like that, it'll fall. So anyways, yeah, these are the bottoms of the seats. So yeah, we're getting somewhere. Tomorrow I'll come back out and lift this up a little bit. Oh, I'm so bad at this camera. Anyways, I'll come back out and I'll make sure that these fit in there because is at the edge of them is where it attaches to the side. It actually screws into that and the sides. And what I'll do too is these are the bottoms. When I come back tomorrow after I sand a little bit, I'm going to put thickened epoxy all around where they were inserted in, that they won't move after that. There is epoxy in there, gluing, but I'll use thickened epoxy for all the other areas. Then I'll fit them in, see how it looks. If they fit well, then I'll attach those side panels, and then after I attach the side panels, you'll do some sanding. And then after I do some sanding, I'll clean it all up with some water and alcohol, rubbing alcohol. I'll clean up the whole boat, get all that sand dust off, and then I will start, well, I did forget to say I gotta put the back bench in too. All right, well that's all ready to go. It's all epoxied and the wood's attached to it, and I leveled that all off there, and so that's just really attaching. And I do have to get some new piano hinges. I don't like the ones I got, and I forgot to order them. So, new ones, not so big. I got too big. I probably only need like, I don't know, 3 inches, 2 of them 3 inches long. And then it's going to be actually fun because I'm ready to get away from sanding and stuff and fiberglassing, and so then it will be, you know, just my vinegar to get this stuff off of me if I got any on me, and then I'll see how it goes and start the part, and then after that it's really fitting on the big equipment. So we'll see you tomorrow. I don't even know what today is. What is today? Today's Monday. I should, by the end of this week, be all done with the outside. Not this week. Your next film next week. But I'll see you then, and thanks for visiting. And have a great day. Oh, thumbs up. So I was just doing some sanding. I have to do a lot of hand sanding. Here. So I'm not gonna torture you with that, but so I'm gonna hand sand in here, and then I'm gonna take these and mount them in here. I'm going to put a little extra support underneath. It doesn't call for that, but I'm going to anyways. This is what part of the one of the front seats sit on. I bolted down there, part of the ledge of the seat. I'll show you the seat. I put them both together, and I still have to do some like thickened epoxy with them, but they are together. And I want to make sure it's exactly the height. So I'm gonna when I put these in, I'm gonna put a couple like underneath, just for extra stability. You bolt the seat into these. These just get thickened epoxy and put to the sides, which is really like cement, but I always like to be a little safer with the seats. So I'm going to install these today, let them harden. And once they harden in there, I'll clean up the whole inside of the boat, because I got a lot of hand sanding to do first, but then I'll clean it up inside of here with some alcohol and water. And then I'll start a little bit of staining to see what it looks like. It actually might come out brown looking in here because of all the fairing compound, which I don't care, that's fine with me. I'll stain some of it just to see what it looks like, and then I'll have a little bit of epoxy, I'm going to do a lot of epoxy over it too. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'll show you the seats. This is one of the seats. That's the seat that's going to go passenger seat in the front. And this is the captain's seat, I will call it. I have to sand all of these seats because the edges need to be rounded around, makes the seat more comfortable. So that's when I do the finishing of it, because they all have to be epoxied and stuff like that. But I'll take you on my journey on my way out of the boat. My little ladder. There we go. Easy enough. So yeah, and then that's what I'm gonna do. That's my next step. Hopefully it's gonna come out nice on the inside. I think it will, but I'll show you that after I get done. That will be next week's episode. I'm done for this week. Well, I'm done filming for this week, put it that way. And thanks for visiting. And I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Stay safe. Peace.